I first got into cars as a young boy. My father had limited means, so everything that he had to do on the car, he did himself. So we had a ramp in our paddock. We drove up on the ramp and the neighbourhood used it as well. And I spent most of my weekends underneath cars looking up at people changing clutches and brakes and gearboxes, and it all flowed on from there. Hi, I'm Gary Love and this is my 2002 Porsche 911 Turbo. I've had the car now for over 5 years, and the reason I purchased this particular Porsche was I fell in love with the interior colour. And the fact that the previous owner had spent about $60,000 on Gemballa upgrades. So the car is not only fast, but it handles and looks tremendous. I love my Porsches. I've had 3 of them so far, but this one I think I'll keep till the day I die. Yes, I first got into cars as a young boy. My father had limited means, so everything that he had to do on the car, he did himself. So we had a ramp in our paddock. We drove up on the ramp and the neighbourhood used it as well. And I spent most of my weekends underneath cars looking up at people changing clutches and brakes and gearboxes, and it all flowed on from there. I built my first car when I was 16. It was a 57 Holden. And we built it out of 2 wrecks, and then I rebuilt the engine and Dad and I painted it metallic purple. It was amazing. So I moved on a bit from there. I've had a series of unique cars over the years. I've had an R32 Skyline GTR, which was owned by the Ambrose family and was a Targa car. I've had a supercharged Senator. I've had a 944 Porsche, a Porsche Boxster S, a whole series of other cars, about 40 or 50 over my life. But I think the Porsche is definitely my favourite car. Actually, the day I picked my car up in Brisbane from the person I bought it from, on the way home I actually got pulled up by the police because it never had a front number plate. They had painted the bumper bar and not refitted the plate, and so the policeman was very good, let me off. And I straight went home and left the car there till the plates arrived in the mail. So that was one interesting little facet. But apart from that, I've had no major interesting problems with the vehicle. It's a Porsche. They just keep going and going and going. Not like a lot of the European thoroughbreds, but the German cars just seem to do that. So I'm a Porsche fanatic. I've only got the one now.